Hello. Just figured I'd make a video on one of the things that I've kind of fallen into, and it's of course a mistake. One of my biggest mistakes in training, and that is not working out when I believe I don't have enough time. Um, Here lately, I've been forced to uh, work out in a short amount of time if I want to get a workout in at all. And that has made me discover that you really don't need a ton of time to work out if you don't have it. Of course, if you have time, then you can spend more time on working out. And I do that when I have a day off or something like that. I do longer training sessions. But on days I don't have a lot of time, on the fly, I will come up with a quick routine, maybe 3 lifts, sometimes just 1 lift, if that's all I got time for. And I'll just do it in a span of maybe 10 to 30 minutes, if that's all I have time for. So that is better than not working out at all. So if you're kind of in that position where you don't have a lot of time and you kind of just skip working out altogether, it's definitely a mistake. You can definitely get a good workout in a short period of time. An example of that is last night I did a chest routine. It wasn't anything extravagant, but I had about 10 to 15 minutes, and so I went in and I did dumbbell flies supersetted with dumbbell bench, and then after that I did cable flies. So when you use an exercise such as like a bench or a dumbbell bench, you're going to lift quite a bit of weight compared with like a fly. But if you pre-exhaust your chest to a point, you're using supersets or giant sets, you can limit the amount of weight that will be lifted, and you'll get a quick workout in and an efficient workout in from lighter weights, if that makes sense. So what I did was, with the flies, I just started out with 10 pounds, 15, 20, and then 25. I didn't take any breaks, so that was, of course, it was fairly easy to do the dumbbell bench, but adding on top of the no rest and the giant sets, I got a heck of a burn in. And so in a strength aspect, yeah, you're probably not going to build a lot of strength, but you can get a good workout in and you can build endurance. So if that's all you have time for, it's better than nothing. So in another kind of technique that I do is, and I did this on my kettlebell swings. Just that was the only movement that I did was kettlebell swings. So, and if you've ever done kettlebell swings, they're pretty good exercise. So if that's all you have time for, go in there and get it done. You don't need a ton of time if you don't have it. You got to do with what you can, with what you're given. So I just figured I would share that. That's kind of one of the things that stopped me. On certain days, I'm like, oh, I don't have time to work out. So just don't work out at all. And that, in my opinion, is a mistake, because the more you skip, the more you fall behind, and then you're back to square one again. So whatever you can do, just on that day, just do it. Sometimes life is out of order, so sometimes your training has to be out of order. I used to always think I had to follow this routine. Monday was bench press, or Wednesday was this. Well, sometimes life doesn't let you do that, so you got to make do with what you have. So if you don't have a lot of time, just do something quick. Sometimes that means coming up with it on the fly. The more you do it, the more that you'll be able to do it quicker. You know, it's not rocket science. It's just training. So, I mean, there is some science to it, yes, but for the most part, consistency is the key. So, I just figured I'd share that. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, tips, comments, whatever, leave them down below, and we'll see you soon.